This week in Jamaica Now, rainy weekend forecast for Jamaica as Hurricane Isaac is downgraded to a dissipating tropical depression. Meanwhile, Hurricane Florence has turned roads into rivers in the U.S. East Coast. Deadly crash on a Kingston highway, 2 athletes among the injured.
This is horrific. There's just no words.
Massive fire causes major damage to 5 establishments at Ashenham Road. Late evening protest over the cop killing of a 16-year-old boy and attempted firebombing at a police station. And remembering Hurricane Gilbert 30 years later. I'm Damian Mitchell and this is Jamaica Now. The Meteorological Service Jamaica is forecasting significant rainfall for the country this weekend as a weakened Hurricane Isaac, now a tropical depression, passes south. Duty forecaster Javoy Sawyers says although the system will not pass directly over Jamaica, residents should expect heavy showers from Saturday into Monday, with the heaviest showers expected on Sunday. Isaac earlier this week strengthened to a Category 1 storm, but later weakened as it approached the Lesser Antilles. Meanwhile, Hurricane Florence has transformed roads into rivers in the U.S. states of North and South Carolina, hours after it made landfall on Thursday. More than 600,000 people were left without power. In Wilmington, North Carolina, a mother and her baby died after a tree fell on their house. Many people have been trapped in flooded homes, and human suffering and destruction of property are expected to worsen. North Carolina's governor has ordered a mandatory evacuation for the state's barrier islands. It was the first of its kind state evacuation to help prompt residents of the barrier islands to leave. Junior athletes Keena Hewitt and Kimberly Leash remain hospitalized following Tuesday's fatal crash along the Sir Florence Glassbowl Highway in Kingston. 20-year-old Shem Cole of Wellington Drive, Kingston 5, died in the collision. It happened when the driver of a Toyota Corolla motor car in which the three were traveling lost control of the car. The car then hit the median and overturned to the other side of the roadway and into the path of a Jamaica Urban Transit Company bus. The driver of the JUTC bus was not seriously injured. Police personnel and residents had to scamper for cover on Wednesday evening in Swallowfield area of St. Andrew as gunmen challenged the police in a gunfight. The residents were protesting the police killing of 16-year-old Casey Lake. Earlier, there was an attempt to firebomb the Stadium Gardens police station. As nightfall approached, residents used debris to block a section of Arthurwin Drive near the station. But within minutes after clearing the roadway, cops were forced to take cover as gunshots rang out from the community. The operators of 5 business establishments at 2 Ashenham Road in St. Andrew are trying to pick up the pieces following a massive blaze on Tuesday. 6 units and 40 firefighters worked for more than 8 hours to extinguish the blaze.
5 establishments that are affected: Ping's Fabric, Ping's Syrup, Chemquip, Atlantic Hardware, and Jackie Tyson Trading, which is the administrative office of a restaurant. Preliminary estimate now would run about 400 to 500 million.
You have anything to say, Miss Jackie?
There's no words to describe. Just look at this. This is horrific. There's just no words.
Initially, we had a challenge accessing the building because the establishment would have been closed from overnight, so we had to cut our way in order to gain access. We cut and gain access through shutters, grills, and even through the roof.
The Trinidadian teacher and his co-accused, charged with the murder of a 15-year-old schoolgirl, have been remanded until October 12 when they will return to court. The decomposing body of Shanoya Ray was found in a house in Mona St. Andrew almost a month ago. Ray's remains were buried on Sunday following a Thanksgiving service in Kingston. Her accused killers, Trinidadian school teacher 27-year-old Sanju Maharaj and 19-year-old Jamaican Leonardo Madden, appeared in court on Monday. The court was told that some documents in the case, including a post-mortem report, are outstanding. Madden's attorney, Peter Champagny, has asked the court to order a psychological report. It was a rough week for motorists in the corporate area who had to encounter miles of motor vehicles and hours of delays amid restrictions to facilitate 3 major road projects. On Wednesday, Darrell Vaz, a minister without portfolio, sought to explain that the government had to undertake all 3 major road projects or else it would lose billions of dollars in loans. Vaz said this would mean infrastructure would have been left incomplete. And a day later, Karl Samuda, another minister without portfolio, said the government was always aware that there would be inconveniences. But he said it will be a sort of sweet pain come next year when the road projects are completed. The road projects are Mandela Highway, 3 miles in St. Andrew, and Constant Spring Road. And that's it for this edition of Jamaica Now, your weekly review of the big news stories. Send us your comments at onlinefeedback@gleanerjm.com. You may tune in to Power 106 FM for regular updates. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Jamaica Gleaner and on Facebook at Gleaner Jamaica. I'm Damian Mitchell, and before we go, remembering Gilbert, 30 years after the hurricane.